everybody? How y'all doing? Hey. I'm just waiting for a couple people to come in. Thank you, guys. Boy, I need to cut my hair. Yeah, we try to celebrate joy regardless of the situation. A lot of people don't know. Hey, a lot of people don't know that we always try to celebrate her birthday. It becomes hard to celebrate. Thank you. Yeah, everybody's doing okay so far. Jalen and Jory is in. Hey, you didn't know that was my daughter. You didn't know that was my story. Yeah, I know, right? I try not to talk about it too much. Hey, Koska, how you doing? Well, Jocelyn is on here. How about that? Even though she's in another room, y'all, she wanted to be on here. So my main concern, I'm glad everybody came on here. My main concern, and it's roughly about 100 and some folks on here right now. So have you ever been back to Chicago? I have not been back to Chicago. That's one thing I have to find out what's the best strategy and what's the best ways of making moves on this. You know, I was me and Jonathan was looking at a movie called Frankie and Alice one night. If y'all never seen that movie, Halle Berry was the actor on there, and Frankie and Alice was she was schizophrenic, and only reason why she became schizophrenic is because of the trauma that she went through in a younger childhood, which is a true story, by the way. It's one of the writers, it's a long story, but I kind of inherit some of her stuff. But anyway, the writer that wrote the movie is a very true story. So it made me think about all the trauma that Jocelyn has experienced over this whole entire thing, and she could be in a situation where she could be schizophrenic. I don't know. Sometimes schizophrenic people have 3 different personalities, and it comes from trauma. No, she hadn't been diagnosed with that, but it can happen to anybody that went through a lot of trauma. So she has not been diagnosed with no schizophrenia or nothing like that. I'm just saying what I saw on Halle Berry's show. I am trying to find out why she won't talk to her younger sister, Jalen, Jory, her grandparents. But she got one grandparent left now. The other 2 has passed on, and she only one grandmother that worries about her consistently over and over and over and over again. She asks about Jocelyn all the time, and I'm afraid that she's just trying to, as she's getting up in age, she's worried about her grandchild. So I can respect that. So I'm just trying to make sure that she get a chance to see her grandchild. So my intentions to come on here today is, one is her birthday. It's been since 2016, I want to say, and since the last time we really saw her or even really spoke to her. We was in Chicago about 3 years after that. I'm trying to think. In Chicago, that's when her and Azarel had got into it or something. And we was in Chicago, we was in the court. And she really acted like a whole new different person. And that's the reason why I'm mentioning sort of the Frank and Alice movie that Halle Berry played in. Let me be clear. Jocelyn has never been in a situation to where anybody that I know have ever touched her, ever did any bodily harm to her. I was very protective of my girls. I'm very protective of them. So for her to be in this type of situation is very hard and for me to go through. Of course, she was 19. She wasn't under the age of 18. Well, I haven't done that on her social yet. An alert on there. Since it's certain things you can do when you have a young lady that's of age. There's certain things you can do and try to help her. Just as in the movie Frank and Alice, when people get of age, even though they're going through a lot of trauma and they don't even recognize the trauma that they're going through, about time they finally realize it can be too late, or you can help them, try to get through the trauma that they're going through. So my intentions is, one, yes, private investigator. That is one that needs to happen. And Azarel, do you know if Azarel has any communication with her? I don't think so. The best of my knowledge. I try to stay away from the Clares as far as possible. I don't deal with people who are not on the same level I'm on, or I don't even like to talk about the Clares or Alice or Angelo or his daughter. I like to leave them folks on that side of the sand, and I'm on the other side of the sand. Whatever they got going on, they just keep that over there. So I try to keep them away from me as much as possible. Because we have two different stories, two different sets of things that happen to us and the Clares. Two different ball games, totally different. So I'm trying to keep them as distant, as far away from me as possible. Why y'all at odds with both? We're totally different families, total different, and that's the reason why we have so much of a problem, because they have some real things and things they got to deal with on their side of the family, on their family in the Clares. They got a lot of things they got to deal with. My thing I have to deal with is trying to find out where is Jocelyn and to make sure she's fine, healthy, and okay. That's been my thing from day one. And it's kind of hard to deal with that when you have the other family come up in your situation all the time, because we're not on the same level in no form or fashion. We're on a whole new different Richter scale. They on that sand over there, and I'm over here. Whole new different family, whole new different situation. I try to keep them separate. My thing is, well, that's my sister on here. Oh, girl, I didn't know you was on here. Hey, what's going on, big sister? Y'all didn't know I had a sister. Yeah, she on here. Hey. So I'm trying to find out, one, is Joycelyn still alive? I'm just keeping it real with you. Two, what city she's in. Three, we need to clarify a lot of stuff that's happened in the past. Even with Rob, I'm going to, I want to visit him in prison. I want to make that happen. I want to visit him in prison. And I want, when I visit him in prison, I want it fully recorded. Nothing to be left out. Nothing to be untold. Because you guys deserve to know everything. And Rob is not telling everything. And that's where we have a problem. So you guys deserve to know that. And I think that the world deserved to know that. It became a worldistic thing that what happened between Robert and Joycelyn and Savages and so on. So I think that it's only right for us to expose it that way, where they need to know what's going on. Now, once we get Joycelyn in a situation where we can talk to her and get her situated, if she don't want to talk, whatever, that's fine. I want to just get her the help that she need and deserve, and she don't have to do any type of talking. But at this point, this is a life and death situation that we're going through, and we need to know that she's fine. So, you know, I'm pretty sure that I can. I'm pretty sure I want to schedule this meeting with Robert, and if there's any way possible, I would have live stream from like right now until the time I put my hands on my daughter to make sure, hey Lisa, because it's really been a burden on us not to know where your kid is, and definitely on her birthday, and need to know if she's alive or well. We don't know. We tend to want to know. We tend to want to find out, but we just don't know. It drives my wife nuts. I'm telling you. You have to respect that because she birthed that child, and she deserved to know where her child is at all times. If you don't have that type of emotion or whatever, that's on you. But I think a mother, out of all people, deserve to know where their kid is at. That's just keeping it real. And if you don't feel that way, then you just don't feel that way. But we as the Savages feel that way. And we're going to continue to do that until we put our hands on it. So that's the reason why I want to, I may have to do this full time. I don't know. But it's time to put an end to this. It's been over 7 to 8 years, and it's time to find out if she's well, if she's living first, if she's fine, and where she's at, by any means necessary. And that's just being real. Whoever I have to walk through or walk past to get to my daughter, it's going to have to happen. Just that simple. We've been trying to be quiet about it and trying to give her time, but giving people time, that's fine. But you don't know if they're still on this earth, that's a whole nother different ball game. If you having those type of feelings, especially as a mother, then mothers knows their kids, right? They knows when their kids are having some problems or having it's in harm's way. And at the end of the day, I'm gonna do what's best for Joycelyn and Jonjolyn, because that's the mother. Just as simple. Hey, how you doing, Ms. Rogers? You're right. You're right. You're right. You know, so I think that from this day forth, even if I had to quit my job to go do what I need to do, I'm going to do it. I mean, nothing matters more to me than my daughter and my family. Nothing. And I think that at the end of the day, if I have to do so, I have to do so. Whatever comes behind it, comes behind it. But I think I need to step this up and just, you know, I got to find her. I got to fight so hard that where no matter what the situation is, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Just that simple. You know. So I think at this point that's what might happen. Cause it's turned my, not me, but it turns my wife apart. Not to know where her daughter's at. It tears me apart too, but it really tears her apart. It tears her sisters apart. Especially Jalen. They were so close. And, you know, Jalen doesn't live in Georgia. She lives in Texas. But at the end of the day, she could have went stay with her. This is, guys, this is very serious. I'm very serious about what I'm saying. You know, it's just keeping it real. I'm very serious. I have tried to contact, you know, I've contacted Rob's attorney. And she's telling me that Jocelyn's fine. Well, she's saying Jocelyn's fine, but she can't never get me in touch with Jocelyn. See, there's a lot of things that I think that I need to have you guys to see on a daily basis what we go through when it comes to this situation. Like, I need to have a video recorder around me 24 hours a day so you can really see and catch what goes on with this situation. Because sometimes you won't believe it. It's dirty cops in Chicago. We done had well-being checks done in Chicago before, and the cops alerting other cops that, alerting Robert's team or whatever to let them know that it's a bunch of mess. It's dirty cops in Chicago. Not all of them got clean hands. And that's being real. A PI, yeah, I've tried. That's something else happened. When we first started this journey and we tried to locate Jocelyn, PI contacted me in Johnson, and they was act like they was gonna help us out and this and that. Lord forbid, you know, these PI people was just trying to find out stuff on us, so they was working with Robert at the time. So there's a lot of things that people don't want stuff to come out, but that's one of them right there. So you have to be careful what PIs was working at that time. So that's during that time. Robert ain't gonna never be broke. I can tell you that right now. He got too many royalties. As long as they keep on playing his music, he's never gonna be broke. He got too many artists he has messed with. He may not be able to touch his money, or somebody may be having a trust over his monies, but he would never be broke. See, that's just keeping it real. All right, so we're going to keep this professional. I don't know who DD is, but I'm going to put her on, and let's see what she's got to say here. Hold on. Dang, she went away. I was going to put her on. For some reason, she went away. Hold on, let's see if we can get her back. Maybe she may know something that I don't know. Oh, let's see here. She said, "Hey, Timothy, yeah, I tried to put you on, but some reason, try to do a request again. I can put you on the video, if you don't mind. Okay, let me see now. Let's see. Are you there? I don't know why I didn't. Hold on. Okay, there you go. Hello? We can't hear you.
No.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
I
I
can
don't have any
barely
personal
hear you.
advice. No. Should I type instead?
I'm sorry. Can I can't see your face for some reason. It's kind of dark in the room. I apologize. Because it's got other people here on here viewing. Go ahead. Hello? You probably need to be in some. Oh, there we go. Thank you. Well, it went back dim. Oh, you putting the kids to
Okay.
sleep. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am, I
Better?
can.
Okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
that's much better.
So I was saying, sorry, I'm in the dark. I'm putting the kids to sleep.
No, no worries.
I don't have any personal advice,
Hmm.
because I've never been in this situation. But what I can say is keep fighting. Don't give up on her. And I feel like you guys are doing a great job with continuing to fight for your daughter. She needs that. She needs that support. And even though you don't have direct contact with her, the
Right,
support and the energy that's being put out there, I feel like is eventually gonna touch her.
right.
So don't give up.
You know, it's Didi is people like you that make us want to fight. It was people that, at first when we first came out, it was horrible. People didn't believe it. They didn't know. They was like all over the place. They was trolling me and my wife page. They was doing all type of things, right?
I
But
remember that. I remember I've been following you guys for the past couple of years, and I remember a lot of harsh comments. And you're gonna get that. I guess that comes with the journey,
right,
But just keep ignoring them and keep staying strong.
right. Thank you. I really do
You're
appreciate that. Uh,
welcome.
Me and my wife do appreciate that because it's been hard. Now I'm not saying I'm perfect, but at the end of the day, we didn't do nowhere near where what these other families has done, and I'm just keeping it real. That's just keeping it real. But if you got anything else you want to say or anything else you could think of, you can always DM me or DMJ, and we're gonna fight this battle to a point where people like yourself has really stood behind us. We appreciate that.
You got my support. You got my 100% support. And I know
Thank you.
it's not. I could imagine how difficult it got to be for you guys. And at the end of the day, that's your baby. You got to keep fighting for her.
Mm-hmm.
She needs to know that her family loves her. And for the people that don't understand, the hell with them.
Right, you're right. And I've been thinking about, I told my wife, I was like, I really need to do this full time. Just, we really, because we don't have no whereabouts of where she is, none, and it tears us up. It really do. It tears us up to not know, and then for people to come about to say things about me or say things about my wife, and they don't know nothing about what's really happened here, and that's the reason why I was stating that I may just have a camera follow me 24 hours so you guys can see the things that happen, see how people try to put you in a situation and all those type of things, so people will know that we always been straightforward.
That's just pure ignorance. pure ignorance on their part, you know, because they've never been in this type of situation, so they don't know them. You got to forgive them for their ignorance.
Right.
Until God forbid one day the shoe's on the other foot, then they'll realize. But until then, they're gonna say ignorant comments and say ignorant things, you know. And then also people get jealous over the love that you have for your children, because I see you guys love your family a lot, and there's a lot of people that don't know how to, you know, love the way you guys love. And people
Right.
get jealous. They get jealous and they get ignorant because they can't relate and can't understand. Until, like I said, until it happens to them,
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately.
Yeah. So I appreciate that. If it's like I said, if there's anything that you can come up with or some, please don't hesitate to DM me.
No problem.
I would love to hear from you, because at the end of the day, it take a village to raise a family. I say you say
That's
raise a
right.
kid. I say raise a family at this point, because what we going through, it's not funny at all. But it's just like that's what it comes down to. You know, just keeping it real.
Right.
Yes, ma'am. Well, thank you, and I may let somebody else on here if you got anything else to say before I let you go. Go ahead and say it.
No problem. We'll keep in touch. I'll definitely DM you if anything comes to mind. I will
Yes,
definitely let
ma'am.
you know.
And that's what I mean by, it takes a village to raise a family. I can't think of everything to do. I think I've thought of everything, far as trying to find joy, or where is joy. Everybody call it joy. I always call it Joyce, and I never call it joy. But if you think of something, DM me. It's one thing that if I can, why I got you on here. If you could take that picture on, and I ask everybody to do this, please. If you can just please, I'm asking everybody that's on here right now. If you can hear me loud and clear, everybody, take the picture that's on my Instagram, and it says, "Where is joy?" And please post it on your Instagram, because somebody got to know where this girl is. Where's my daughter? Somebody got to know something. And the more we get it out there, like we did before, the more we're gonna be able to find her and get her the help in what she needs,
Right.
and get her the help. Real talk.
I'll
So
definitely do so.
thank you so much. I appreciate you. I will talk to you later. Thank you.
No problem.
Yes, ma'am. So that was Dee, y'all. If anybody else want to come on here and say something, or have comments or anything like that, please come on here. I would love to hear from you. At this point in time, I need all the blessings, all the praises from Jesus Christ. Um, let's see here. We have another person that want to come on here. Let me see here. I think I got her on here. Let's see. This thing is. Let's see. Let's try this again. Oh, nope, I lost her. No worries. Hey, how you doing?
Hello?
Hello, how you
Hello.
doing, man?
How are
I'm
you
doing all
doing?
right. I appreciate you coming.
I'm just praying for you, praying for your family, especially your wife, because I know how it is to be a child and, going through what y'all, and just there for y'all,
Yes,
praying
ma'am.
for y'all. The last I heard, though, the attorney was like, I thought she was
Well,
at home with y'all. The attorney was like she was
Mm-hmm.
good and,
you know that's what they
and
want to put out to try to calm the situation down, because we hadn't talked in a while. As far as on the media, we tried to calm down and just see if she would, come to some type of. But it didn't got to a point now that I don't know if she's alive or dead.
That's so sad.
You know,
That's so sad.
she's 29 today. Imagine this, a young girl that age, not on social media,
Right.
nowhere, not doing anything.
Like she just vanished. Like she just
Absolutely.
gone.
And it's hard.
You know, I just want you to keep your faith because what you installed in her, she's gonna come
Yes,
back
ma'am.
home. She got to come back home. Just keep your faith and
Yes,
keep
ma'am.
praying.
I appreciate that. Yes, ma'am.
We all gonna
Thank
keep
you.
praying.
If you
Cause I want you to lay eyes on your daughter. You know, for him to be a man and say he loves her, how can he take her away from her
absolutely.
family? She needs her
Yes.
family
More than what she knows.
more than what she knows.
Absolutely.
Don't tell her what she's going
Absolutely.
through. You know, and that's why I pray for all these young girls. You know, they want this fame, and it's
Yes,
not
ma'am.
worth it.
You're right.
It's not worth it once you get under they, you know, once you get under they little spell they got, because all of them
Right.
got the spell they put on our kids, you know, and it's sad. But then they preach to us like, you know, they good and they loving. That's not good and
Absolutely.
loving. Then they put y'all out like y'all just wanted
Right.
money. And I just was thinking in my head, I know this people, they talk about God, you know, they looking for their
Right.
kid. I just know they just get this man their kid for no
Exactly.
money.
You're absolutely right.
It's impossible.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah, I've been thinking she was at
No, she
home.
not. You know, we haven't seen her. We've been praying day and night. Um, I pray every morning at 3:30. I pray. I get up in the middle of the night and pray for my daughter. They haven't stopped since.
Keep praying. Keep praying. God
I
hear
know.
you.
I know.
I just want, you know, it's gonna finally touch her. But like you said, you don't know if she do want to come home, and she
Right.
just can't. You know, we don't know that. You
We don't
know.
know what's going on with her. You know, like the baby situation, right? It took me.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard that she
Yeah.
was pregnant. She was
Yeah,
having a
and you
baby.
know, it was somebody else that did that hoax. And I don't know who hired the person or whatever, but we finally put it out on TMZ that she wasn't. And the man that came, he called me and he said, "Hey, Miss Sam, that's my baby that's on there." I said, "Wow." He said, "Yeah, this dude took a picture of my child because that's where I remember it." So he was like, "Yo, that's my daughter," and
Right.
so we killed that hoax. You know what I'm saying? So people just doing all type of stuff. Even she did the book and all that. I'm like, my daughter ain't done that book.
Yeah, they said she did a book. Yeah, they said she did a
Right,
book, and it's
right.
supposed to been out. The attorney was talking about her like she was just
Yeah,
good, and you know everything was. And they supposed to have got married.
yeah.
You know,
But no one heard from
wow.
Joy. No one's talked to Joy. Joy is disappeared.
And you know, it seemed like at least let these people hear her
Right,
voice.
right. I, I,
At
I
least do
say,
that.
you know, if it ain't me, let my wife, my two daughters,
Yes,
see their sister.
yes,
You know, and I
yes,
tell you, I'd be like Moses. I sit back, let them go. You follow me?
yes,
Because I'm that type of
yes,
man. You know, I want them to have
yes.
that relationship with their sister and her daughter. I do too. Let
But a
them
daughter's first love is
right.
her father. You know, that was my first love, my
You know,
father.
I'm gonna
So,
tell you this. I used to take my daughter. My daughter was first born. I spent. It was probably back in 1995. And this was a lot of money back then. I probably spent about $2,000 just on baby clothes myself. I promise you, I was so happy for this little girl coming into the world. I had to have everything
right.
perfect, you know. and she always was a
Right.
daddy girl. So I'm like, why is why she won't talk? You know, it's just like why? Because she's never been abused,
It's
none of
something
that.
that we would never know because it's like a
Right,
mental thing, you know, and it's something we don't know because we haven't
right.
been that way, you know.
So
So I just thought that, yeah, I thought she was at home
right.
because the other girl, and she's at home,
What
or what was the
well
girl
you
that
talking
was with
about
them?
Azrael. I think
Yeah,
she's with her parents, but they had some bad situations going on in their household. And you know,
so y'all don't even try to, you know, talk to her to
I
see,
mean,
you know, like what some
I
spots could
did
be
talk to
at, or
Azrael maybe twice, which she was very respectful.
mm,
But I hadn't talked to her
uh,
since. I hadn't talked to her since. You know,
mm,
ever since what came out about the parents and what they did and all that, I hadn't talked to them since because I felt that it was so disrespectful for people that really been through.
I mean, so did she tell you some of the
You know, yeah,
stories? I know she came on TV and so how it was like he was really
mm-hmm,
abusive and how he was
right.
hitting on her. You know, just
Ash told
sad.
me
You know.
that he said she told, and that's the reason why we really bagged off too, because Ash had told me, she said, just leave her alone and she may come to her senses or something, right? That's what she said. That's what Ash
Yeah.
said. So we did that. But you know, at the end of the day, Ash didn't tell us, I call her Ash, but Azrael didn't tell us everything
Yeah.
because she's been through so much trauma, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
And she still need
And
help.
I pray for her every day too. I do. I really do. I pray for
Yeah.
that young girl. You know.
Yeah. You know, maybe she'll come out like Dominique, the girl
Right.
Dominique was. You see how she was just like, you know,
Mm-hmm.
Joy. And she finally reached out to her mother. So that's why I say whatever you
Mm-hmm.
installed in her, it's still in her. Don't think it's not. It's
Right.
still there.
But
And I believe, you know, she's gonna
mm-hmm.
come around.
I see.
But you know, once you in love with a man, it just
Right.
it's something.
But you know,
Once that love is there.
I feel that if I could get a chance to talk with R.Kelly, maybe he can do something. You know what I'm saying? Because he still have some control
Yeah,
over
have
her.
you ever tried to see if you can talk to him while he's
Yeah, I've been trying to
incarcerated?
make that happen. And it hadn't happened.
He
Nope.
won't do it. The attorney won't even
I've been
set it
trying to
up.
make it happen.
That's deep right there. That's
Yeah.
really deep.
I've been trying to make that happen. Because I want to have that one-on-one conversation with him. A man-to-man conversation.
Yes, that's right. But you know what? He's not going to be able to have a man conversation with you because he's
Right.
not a man.
I feel you.
So he's not going to be able to have it with you.
Mm-hmm. You right.
But I want you to know everybody's praying for y'all each day. Hey, like you said, everybody got to come together. It's just like him taking my
Right.
child, my daughter. You know, it's that's a powerful
Right.
thing right
And
there.
I'm not getting
Of somebody that have total control over
right.
you like that.
Right.
Because whatever he put on her, it's on her right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I just can't even imagine her not talking to her grandparent. You know, at least not even talking to her
Right.
mother.
Not she had talked to her grandparents or her mother. Her grandmama's still living in Memphis, and
Yeah,
her Donna, which is my wife's mother, she passed, and I think
And she didn't
Nope.
come to the funeral,
Nope.
did she?
Not at all.
And they was
Yes.
close, right?
That was her nana. Her nana was one of the. You know, they was besides her mom, she was close to her my wife's mother. Very close.
And you're right. I think you do, need to show something every day what you're going through every day. Put it out
Right.
there. You gotta keep going
Right.
with it.
Because
Don't let it die
I feel
down.
that the people, not just that, I think the people deserve to know. You understand? It's
Yeah.
not just me. I want the people to know.
Yes. Yes. For you can put it out there for their daughters. They won't get in this
Absolutely.
predicament,
Absolutely.
because it's still going on. You see that Puff
Right.
Daddy stuff. You look at Puff Daddy. You see all that. It's still going on with our
Absolutely.
kids. We
Right.
gotta put it out there.
And so that's the reason why I
You
stated that. You know,
know.
I'm thinking very hard on that. Just where I can almost do like a 24-hour thing where until I find her. You know what I'm saying? So people can
Yes.
tune in to know what's going on.
Yes, I think that's a good idea. I think that's an excellent idea. You got to keep going on it with
Right.
it every day.
It's hard, but
Yeah.
I have.
Oh, I know it's hard. And it's going to be, some hoops and rattles you got to go through. But, hey, you love
Right.
your daughter,
You're absolutely right.
and you want her
That's the
home.
most important thing, to get her home and get her some help that she deserves.
Yeah. Like you said, you go to bed every night. You don't know if she's dead or she
Right.
alive. I couldn't even imagine that.
I know.
Well, and how many years has it been since you not seen her?
Since the year, I want to say year 2016.
Yeah, I remember when you first came
Yeah.
out, you and
When
your
I had,
wife. I remember when y'all
yeah,
first came
even before
out.
the Lifetime situation, we was on BET. BET
Yeah,
was the first to come out with it.
yeah,
And they saw me with the bat in my hand. And I had to get the bat
yeah,
in front of the car.
yeah. You want to
So,
play?
and my wife was like, "You gonna go to jail?" She said, "You gotta go at this another way." She said, "You gonna go?" I said, "I don't care." And I had to listen to
Yeah,
her. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah. You
Right.
gotta think, but at that moment in time, you didn't care.
Right.
That's your blood. That's your
Right.
seed. None should take control of your
Absolutely.
seed. All you do is take her to a nice concert to see
But
somebody, a famous singer that
and
she
I didn't
like.
even take her to the concert. That was the other family that took their child to the concert. When Joy went to the concert, right?
Oh,
A lot of people don't even know that. Because
yeah, they said y'all took her to the
no,
concert, and
I was not
y'all
at that
put it
concert.
together backstage.
They got us confused with the Clarice again, and that's the whole shebang. Joy and her sister went to the concert because it was his manager had picked them up and said he was going to take them to the concert. I didn't know that all this was going to go down like that, because his manager had came into the store
Right, right,
and he was signed with Sony, and it's a whole. But I didn't take my daughter to the concert, so they got us confused with the
right.
Clarice that was at the concert. So and I hate to talk about them, but that's what happened. Yeah, and
Yeah,
I don't want to talk about them, to be honest.
yeah,
What they
yeah.
do, what they doing.
But that's sad how they painted y'all
Right.
so bad, But you got to have common sense, and I kept looking at y'all how y'all were. I said, no, I don't believe that. I don't believe they just sold their daughter to
Right.
this man.
But people will say anything to try to earn a buck, especially Tasha K.
Oh, yeah.
I almost had her arrested. I'm just being real. She was close, very this close. She made 2 more mistakes. She would have been locked
Yeah,
up.
she be having it out there, boy. She knows she be having it out there, too.
That's real talk.
But like I said, just keep your head up, keep your faith up. Hey, I'm here
Thank
praying
you.
with y'all, and I do believe she's gonna hear
Right.
that prayer, and
I
y'all gonna hear
appreciate
from
that.
her. And I hope soon, especially your wife. I hope soon, because I know she's just sick. How's she's
She's doing
doing?
okay. She takes it one day at a time, you know. It really had got next to her. So she's taking it one day at a time.
Yeah.
It's hard on her.
And she won't even talk to her sister and look
Nobody.
nobody, huh? She won't reach out to nobody.
Yep. Nobody. But you know, but like I said, if you could put that picture that I got on my Instagram page on your page, I would
Uh,
appreciate that. And
okay, I will. You said put
yes,
it on
ma'am.
my page?
And I appreciate it. And
Okay.
tag me in, and we just want to get that out there. You know, where is Joy? Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Where is she? Because all this time I've been thinking y'all been talking, but y'all at least have been communicating because everything had died
Right.
down.
But we haven't.
Wow. You messed me up when I seen you. I said, wow, I said, oh, let me see how they doing.
Right.
How they doing? And when you said that, I said,
Yeah.
wait a minute. He ain't talking to her?
Yeah.
No. So all that was a lie about her
Yes,
pregnant
ma'am.
and all that. But you don't know. Oh, but
Yes,
it
ma'am.
was a lie.
It was a lot.
All right then. Well, I'm gonna let you take the
Thank you,
next
dear.
call. I don't wanna
May
hold
God
you
bless you.
up, but I'm gonna keep praying for you. God
Yes, ma'am.
bless you.
Thank you.
And I'm gonna keep
Okay.
praying for you.
Thank you. All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I just want to thank everybody. If if somebody else want to come on here, they can. I just God says that we have to. Okay, let me see. Somebody else want to come on here. Hold on. I think it's. I think I got her in here. Bear with me. I did. This thing is screaming slow. Well, anyway, I thought I had made it got on here. If anybody can do me a favor that's on this live right now, if you guys can take that picture that I have on my Instagram that says "Where is Jocelyn?" and please put it on your page. I'm begging you to put it on your page and hashtag that also. Uh, I would appreciate it. I would definitely appreciate it if you could do that for me. Um, Not just do it for me, but someone knows where where my daughter is. Someone knows if she's in Chicago, North Carolina, New York. Someone knows. But right now, we want to see if we can have that relationship with her and just talk as a father to a young adult and a mother talk to her daughter as a young adult. You're not reading the comments. Hold up. The woman at the courthouse. Yeah, I remember the woman at the courthouse. She was in Chicago. That's Glenda. But I don't know if Glenda was in New York now or in Chicago at one point. Social media. I tell you what, DM me that information. Someone says you know. Okay, so if he do, then DM me and maybe we can find her that way and we can track her down. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I didn't read all the comments. He still has accused Rob of stuff. Well, Rob is not innocent, guys. I've told people that from the get go. I mean, I don't think he guilty of everything, but he's not innocent. He's not an innocent character by far. Um, you know, or he wouldn't be locked up because the charges that it came across it was judged by his own peers. So he's not innocent by far. Okay, that's his IG based out of Chicago. Okay, send me that IG. So here's the deal. I'm going to request that everybody, if you could send me something in a DM or John Dylan's DM, or you can put that post up for me and see if we can move accordingly to find out more about where Jocelyn's whereabouts are. There's John Dylan here. She's just dipped in the room.
Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. Thanks, y'all, for joining. Yeah, we did put a post up. We've been working behind the scenes. We did put a post up on her birthday. Where is Jocelyn? You know, we just want to know where she is. Even if she didn't come back home or if she didn't come back to her family, we want to make sure she's safe, sound mind, and healthy. And you know, I stay away from the word deceased because it's like all the other girls are at home. We brought all the other girls home, reunited with their families, and she's not here. You know, it is so much. You know, I have been, and some of my consumer law families on this live as well. It's so much satanic things going on. That's for a whole nother conversation. But it's a lot of satanic things going on in it. And if you just open your eyes and your spiritual eyes, you will see the satanic that goes on in the industry, with the politics, with everything. And it worries me because what have they done to my daughter? No, we haven't heard anything. You know, I am at the point where I'm deregistering to vote. You know, I've cut off a lot of people. Although I love them, like Kelly Rogers, Shannon, whatever, I cut off a lot of people because I had to go into a deep dive search and go into historically learning about my background, learning about the history, learning about politics, learning about different things. And it's a lot of things that we as a people don't know that I would love for us to know as a people. And I know it's a lot of my family that's from the consumer law space is on here, but it's a lot of demonic things that goes on. And I just pray that my daughter is not part of that. But if she is, God has her. So it's levels to this. It's levels to this. They play in our face. I don't know who you vote, so who still votes, the Democrat, Republican, or whatever. That's another space. It's all criminalized. It's bad. And I had to step back. I cried for 2 weeks when I learned the truth about how we've been enslaved as a people. It goes so much deeper, so much deeper. And for us to be a part of it, it's not a trophy. It's not a. It's it's awakening, but it's not like a trophy call. It's just like awakening, a spiritual awakening. So I encourage everybody to do your due diligence and read your Bibles, read the Revelations, read what's going on in the world today with the politicians and the Antichrist. Just read it, and I'm seeing things come daily to pass. Daily to pass, and that's a whole nother conversation. Some of my consumer law people that aren't here, they know exactly what I'm talking about. Um, but I will get deeper into that because that keeps me sane on another level to learn about my historian background. But it's very demonic. The industry is very demonic. What they do, the cloning is real. You know, I'm not gonna say my dog's been cloned, but clone is real. It's Tim.
All right, guys. Of course. Uh, before we get off this live, I want everybody to do me a favor and take that post where it says, "Where is Jocelyn?" and please put it on your page. I would thank you for doing that. Jongelyn would thank you as well. And I just want to, we always have to give things unto prayer. I'm a firm believer in Jesus Christ. I'm a disciple of Jesus Christ. So before we leave, I want to thank all you guys. I hope God covers you, covers your family, and cover your mind, and cover your accounts, your banks, everything. Just give Jesus Christ all this, the Savior, that what you need in your life, because we can't do it without him. Some people say God, but which God are you talking about? Are you talking about the devil, or are you talking about the God within Jesus Christ? It's only one Father. So thank you guys. I appreciate you. If anybody else want to get on before I get off, please do so. Otherwise, I will be in touch, but please put it up. I appreciate you. Much love from the Savage family.
Yeah, anybody has any tidbits or maybe where she might be in
Yes, please
Chicago,
DM me.
North Carolina, let us know because we just want to make sure she's alive. We don't even have proof if she's going to the visits, to the prison visits or not. We can't get proof of that. We hear proof from his attorney that she talks to her, but I talked to somebody for weeks at a time that told me I had a grandchild by somebody that didn't have a grandchild by.
Right.
So when the lawyer said she talks to her, is she really talking to her?
Right.
It's levels to this. It's much levels to this. The only thing we can do is pray and trust God to give us the discernment to go after what's needed at that time. But it's
Right.
definitely levels to what we've been told.
Right.
And we take everything we hear as a grain of salt until it's verified.
Yep. So we thank you guys. I appreciate you. Much love from the Savage family. Y'all be peaceful, all right? That's much better.